So hello and welcome back to another banknote video. My name is Glenn and I will be your host tonight. And hopefully I'm getting better at doing these videos, because I can rock and roll and we can get going. So anyway, Ghana banknotes, they first issued banknotes in 1958 when they gained independence. And the first issue were the pound banknotes. Now, I don't have any because they're very expensive. If you know East African pound banknotes, you've got ones from the Gambia. Then you have, you don't have any from Sierra Leone. They went on to issue their own decimalized currency. Then you've got Ghana. The easier ones to get are probably the Nigerian ones. The ones they issued in 1967. And the £1 is the most common. The £5 is probably the hardest to get and more expensive. But the first ones Nigeria issued are more expensive. But anyway, we're getting off track here, talking about Ghana. So we'll find out the actual values of these banknotes. And I tell you what, the values. You want to know the values? Pretty much now. You'll be paying $5 to $10 for this first issue. Probably about $10 to $20 for that banknote. For these ones, you can pick them up for $5 or less. These are all hyperinflated banknotes, so especially the high value. The 10 and 20,000 are a bit more expensive, but I don't have any of the current banknotes. What is the 10 cities? So their currency is the cedis, and is equal to 100 pesewas. So that's the currency, and as you can see, I have a banknote of 2 cities. So they have had how many currencies? They've had the pound, then in 1965 first city, 1967 second city. Some people say 1979 they currency reform. Well, it was really currency confiscation, so they stole people's money. They also done that in 82 and they demonetized the 50 cities. Then we had 2007, so they've had 5 currencies. So that's what inflation does to you. People are worried about inflation now. You need to go to Africa, because currently this currency is also falling in value. So that's why someone asked me, should I buy Ghana banknotes for this? I would just say, just wait until the currency loses total value, then you can buy them for like $2 to $3 each, because they're totally worthless. But they are a nice design. So the 2 Ghana depicts a male, and all the other features are pretty generic. If you look at the watermark, it's an eagle. So that's and the star. So the star's part of the on the flag and part of the coat of arms. And as you can see, it says legal tender, but as these were demonetized, it's not legal tender. So on the back we have the 2 cities. So this does come in the 1 city denomination, but that's a bit harder to get. You're probably paying at least $10 to $20 for an uncirculated version of that. It's just something I haven't gotten around to get. And I actually like this banknote. Look at her hat. This is just a well-designed banknote. This is a 1977. So once again, the person has no name. It probably was someone who's come in and or they took a photo and used it. But who the person was, we don't know. Be very interesting. But I really like the hat. I like the way they actually put the brown and the yellows and the darker browns together. So that's just quite a nice banknote. It's one of my favourite Ghana banknotes, better than the current series. And here we have the Larabanga Mosque. So this is a mosque, and as you can see, it is actually made out of mud with wood supports. Anyway, that was a short break while I got my glasses and done the dishes. Anyway, so that's a nice beautiful mosque. So you can see the actual wood support. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me get the pen and draw on the banknote. So the wood supports go across there, and the whole thing's just mud. Not mud brick, just mud. So Oh, no, it does have brick in the back. Yeah. Sorry. It has mud brick underneath and mud on top. That's what I meant. Oh, you can blame me. Thank you very much. Then we have the 10 cities. So I've actually had these banknotes for about 30 years. Yes, I'm an old person. That's I'm pretty much look like this guy, pretty much. But I don't have a pipe. I have a bongy instead. And 1978. And I like how these colours, the reds, runs into the brown. Quite nice. And on the back we have a dam. And that is the Ekosombo Dam on their largest lake, the Volga Lake. Which, if you look on Google Maps or even just go to Wikipedia and look on Ghana, you can see it's in the east of the country. So they provide energy to the capital, Accra. So, if you're not too sure how to spell Accra, does this have the capital? Nah, it doesn't. That's a pity. So, 1978. Z1. Did I ever tell you I hate train drivers? Okay, so now we get into the second series. So this replaced the first city at 1.4 old cities equals one new city. So pretty much it was a currency confiscation. And this is the first series. So the 1980, once again, they don't have any features. And this one's the cheaper series. You can pick them up for like less than $5 pretty much. They've always been like that. And this one has a central star. So I've got the 2, the 10, and the 50. So I got these ones for about $1 each. So that's quite nice. And I remember 20 years ago going to a coin show and looking at these, but I didn't purchase any. So, bloody cockatoo scratch my live screen. Once again, they have a carving from one of the ethnic groups. I don't know what ethnic group, if anyone knows, please leave a comment down below. And on the back we just have rice harvest. So this is wet rice harvesting. So they're actually in water and a nice pattern. So this incorporates a lot of indigenous patterns from one of the ethnic groups, or maybe a combination of ethnic groups. So it's actually quite a nice banknote. And these pretty much lost their value in the 90s when they actually hyperinflated. And here's a portrait of a woman on the 10. 9. Here we have another statue. Looks like I think these are all spirits or deities. And once again, you can see the watermark, security thread. So it shouldn't be hard for you to actually pick these banknotes up. And here we have probably, this is also on the Lake Volga. And sorry, not Volga, Volta. Volga's in Europe. And this pattern is actually quite nice. Then we have the 50s. So these are actually in sequential series. So because they are hyperinflated, you can actually pretty much get them for uncirculated. And I only recommend you purchase these banknotes for your collection uncirculated, because they're just too common to get. And because I've got 69 and 70 for man. And I like this central pattern, nice oranges and blues. It actually stands out the rest of the banknote, which is reds and browns. And the watermark's pretty much the same again. And another feature that I didn't say before is that they all have a sculpture on the side. This looks like a young person. And on the back we have cocoa harvest. So it's a big crop in Ghana. And once again we've got patterns as well. So these will be patterns selected by to represent one of the ethnic groups. I think there's like 10 to 20 different ethnic groups in Ghana. So that's quite nice. Then they reduced the size of the banknote. So this one is a bit smaller than the other cities. Oh, one thing I forgot to say is that this banknote here was demonetized in 1982. So, but then they issued a smaller banknote in 1983. So, obviously, there must have been a coup or something that overthrew the actual dictatorship at the time. And, okay, so then we have the 10 CDs. So this is part of the series issued in 1983. And as you can see, it has a soldier. There you go. Has wood. So it's the same person in different clothing, pretty much. And yeah, this indicates it was a new coup that issued in a new government. That's why they issued these banknotes. Also would have been unstable. Here we have a school. Looks like a school. Rural bank. Rural bank. Okay, trying to get on the people's side. So, any watermark? No. So this one you should be able to pick up for a few dollars. And then we have the inflation period. So this is the third highest inflated banknote they issued. They first issued this in 1994. The highest was 20,000, which in 2007 was worth $2. Next converted to, so it's converted to 50 pasiwas, which at the current exchange rate of 50 cities is worth probably 3 cents. But at the time it was worth 50 cents. So anyway, that's how inflation eats away your currency. And here we have the coat of arms. As you can see, it has the eagle. I think it's a fishing eagle. Need to look that up. And watermark is the coat of arms. Okay, then we have the Revolution Monument, Bank of Ghana. And on the back we just have the actual port. Oh, so this one has a map of Ghana as well. So this is like Volta. So the hydroelectric dam, I think, is down here. Capital, I believe, is around here somewhere. So that's the actual map of the actual country. And on this side, you have Togo. On this side, we have Ivory Coast, and up the top we have Burkina Faso. So I hope this helps you with your Ghanaian banknote videos. And let me know what you think of these banknotes. I think they're actually quite nice and something to get to. But just remember, you don't have to take my advice, but this is what I'm going to do with the current banknote series. I'm just going to wait till the currency is totally destroyed, and then you can pick the banknotes up, like the 200 cities currently. Pick it up for like $5 or less, uncirculated, and add it into collection. Anyway, thank you and have an awesome banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.